Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit OStreetCarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Advanced Medical Imaging is hosting their third annual Breast Cancer Awareness Walk on October 11th at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. Hear inspiring stories from survivors, enjoy local food truck vendors, a live DJ, and other family-friendly activities as we unite to bring awareness about breast cancer. Check-in begins at 8:30 a.m. with the walk starting at 9. Register your team today for Advanced Medical Imaging's third annual Breast Cancer Awareness Walk online at amimaging.com. Let's walk for those we've lost, for those still fighting, and for a future without breast cancer.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
It is Monday. Lincoln, Nebraska. Downtown, corner 11th and O Streets. 1040 if you're perfect. Sweet A. The Starter Heavy text line 402-464-5685. You want to be part of what we're doing? You can. You are invited. Come on in. Settle in. Have a coffee. Maybe some tea. Hydrate. Whatever you're doing, hydrate. And then hang out for a bit. Appreciate you. Could follow on all the live video streams. Facebook, YouTube, X, LO channel 961. Download the Ticket app if you haven't done it. Don't know why you haven't. Why are you being so stubborn? Geez, take a minute and download the app. It's good for you. Man, why are you so stubborn? Why you got to be stubborn, Craig? Dang. Go ahead and lock that in for us. Come and hang out and get all the goodies that we offer. And there are more goodies coming. I'm just saying there's more goodies coming. Bach, kind sir, if you would please pay the bills. Pay the bills. I've got all the pay the bills in me until you get it in your hand. So it's not really, it's not that deep. We will get to it. I know it's Monday. It's Monday and it's raining and you know, it's just stuff, bro. We understand. Pay the bills, sir.
All right, today's show is sponsored by Hamilton Telecommunications, bringing you the latest quality technology and communication services since 1901. Whether it's residential or business, Hamilton has the answers. Visit hamiltontel.com for more info today.
Thank you, kind sir. Greatly appreciate it. Bach, how was your weekend, sir? Before we get into the sports conversation, I'd like to know how the heck you're doing, sir.
Well, I'm doing pretty well. I mean, Victory Monday here. There's things that people complain about, I see, but I'm just happy to get through it with a victory. And I was riding high when my Cardinals were just dominating, looking like headed toward an easy win. And then they do Arizona Cardinals things and blow the game. So that took me down a little bit, but I'm still happy with the Huskers victory.
Isn't that just kind of the way things work now? Is that you fully accepted that we have enough data to realize that we cannot assume anything. We cannot assume anything. Collect more data, let it finish out. I don't know why there's such a rush to Bach, there's the rush to be first. There's the rush to be first, to say this is good, this is bad, this is how this is going to play out. What is that? What is that humanity? What humane thing is that? That you want to be first more than you want to be right. You want to be loudest rather than being right. What is that?
I know in journalism, it's trying to get credit for the story, right? So you can, the reference back, okay, who reported this first? But, for people now, of course, it is citizen journalism, if you will, all across social media. So, I mean, I think to a lot of it is that, in that case, you're not really held to your standard. Like if you do something wrong in your job as a journalist and you do that too often, it's not going to get a reputation for it. If you do that on Twitter, just your own account, like, whatever, go back, delete the tweet. So, I mean, I think we saw that, and I hope everybody's okay from the situation. But the Mark Sanchez situation was very interesting this week.
You think?
Yeah.
You think?
I mean, the report was he got stabbed, and everybody was saying, okay, well, couldn't be a better guy. It's the worst thing that could happen. And then as the day unfolded, it was like, well, maybe he kind of got himself into that situation.
See, this is the part, right? I have to stay. I try to stay in the middle third, right? To not be extreme, to just be present, right? That I don't need to be at the end of the spectrum where everything is terrible that I don't agree with, or that everything is right that I agree with, right? Like I don't need to, what you know. And if you collect data and if I have more data and it leads me to lean one way or the other, then cool. But it's okay to, how many times on this station, on this show, have I said, hey, let it play out. Let's wait. Let's just wait. Because there's usually more information coming, and more information than we know. It's like Bach has gotten smarter in this thing. Bach has gotten wiser as he waves to his wife. Right, like that. Bach knew, okay, he has consumed enough data about his Cardinals. He has consumed enough data about his Cardinals that he knows, while this feels really good right now, there's the possibility, and not a small chance possibility, but there's a possibility this could go left, way left. And in order to not throw himself into the middle of the Cardinals' caravan of chaos, he simply stayed on the sideline, cheering politely, and then going, oh boy. Here we go. Dog got it. Dog got it. And then the final clap, it happened. It happened. Maryland fans were doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Right? In full. Penn State fans do it way too much, being that they only lose twice a year. Right? But both of those losses every year is the greatest moment of chaos in Happy Valley ever. We forgot that you've ever lost a football game before. Or that it's normal, right? Like, wait a minute. It's a thing. UCLA fans were just like, we're so sure about the data, we're not even going to go. We're going to miss out on maybe the program's biggest win in years, right? We not going. You're not going to get me. You're not going to get me. You're not going to get me to pay good money to go to a half-empty Rose Bowl where we're not even the majority of fans in our own building. And then, right, you're going to miss out on the greatest performance they've had in a while. Storm the field with hundreds of fans. Hundreds of fans. Hundreds of Bruins fans. Like, that was...
They had never led entering that game. It's just amazing story. College football is incredible with that story.
I laughed so hard. But it was so funny, right? That they've got Neuheisel Jr. on their shoulders. And it is such an awkward moment. Like, they don't know how to do it. Like, they don't know how to surround the person that's being elevated so that if he falls, like, he's not just going to do a backwards header into the turf. And then the fear is that if you raise somebody to the shoulders, that the crowd rushing the field will throw him off balance, right? Except they're holding him up and nobody's coming. There's nobody there. There's literally nobody. There's nobody there. It's not even happening. Like, what are we doing? And then here's the other thing. Again, we're just setting the table for the day because it's Monday and it's raining. So I'm just decided I'm going to laugh because otherwise the rain will depress me to no end. Watching college football on Saturday. Couple of things in play. Bach, did you notice the vibe at Memorial Stadium at all?
Not necessarily. I mean, I watched the TV product, so I wasn't in there. I was interesting as I talked to folks that did go. They were telling me there were a lot of boos throughout the game, which I was a little bit surprised by.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I did understand. Okay, so it's Bach. I'll put this in. This is a DP and Bach conversation. So let's say it's WrestleMania, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that wasn't WrestleMania. That wasn't WrestleMania. That was in your house back in the day.
Yeah.
where you were definitely going to see 3 or 4 jobber matches. Right? You're going to see the Brooklyn Brawler a couple of times that you didn't want to see him. Maybe the Red Rooster, Terry Taylor, right? But in the featured event, you kind of at least hope at some point that you get the performance. Except for it feels disconnected. You're like, oh, I thought this match was going to be way better than that. Like, I mean, I know it's Nebraska, Michigan State, but they're both 3-1 and they're both playing for something. And it just felt like a spring practice. It felt like a spring practice where we didn't really know what we were watching. We didn't know what to expect. We just knew this wasn't it. Like, what don't know what we expected, but this ain't it. And several moments where it was insanely quiet in that building with 90,000. I can officially say 90,000 people quiet, sitting on their hands, trying to figure out how this is going to go. And there were some of the traumatic stress disorder vibe. Like, oh, here we go. Oh, this. And I could hear the song, Hello, Darkness, My Old Friend. Right? Because that was the vibe. This is not going the way the party people wanted it to go. The DJ sucks. The food's not there. The beer's warm. It's just, and I'm hot. Like, the air conditioner isn't working. I'm pondering whether I want to be here. And you're hoping the cool kids show up or the hot kids show up so we can go, oh, And then maybe the DJ will figure out, hey, man, give me some Bruno Mars or give me some. And you wanted Bruno Mars, but he gave you Come a Running Boys. You got it. You understood it, but it wasn't going to make the party better. And then it took the fourth quarter, going in the fourth quarter, to have the things happen the way they happened. Now, on the punt return, right? The punt return for a touchdown. And it gets called back. And I just went, oh, no. That's where the key turns. That's where I thought that's where the villain's going to show up. But they found a way. They found a way to correct themselves, go on a drive. Then you make you throw the screen. It goes 59 yards to the house. You get a couple of plays, you get a turnover, and it goes the way it goes. So then, Bach, I'll ask you, and I'll ask the text line. In the simplest of terms, how do you grade the team's performance?
Oof.
Right. Like, right.
Tough to do.
Right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, I'm not sure we gave Huskers 10 against Colorado last year. Right?
First half, yeah. 10.
Right? First half was a 10, but second half was a 4, 5 maybe.
Yeah.
They finished, so you couldn't give them a 1 in the second half. You averaged it, maybe you give it a 6, 7, 8 maybe. I don't know. What would you grade it on a scale of 1 to 10? What would you grade the team, the player performance? The player and there may be several questions in that, right? Because there may be coach's performance too.
Oh yeah.
But player performance, let's start with the team. Let's overall grade, and text line, you're welcome to do this. Grade the Husker football performance Saturday.
Well, and it's interesting too, because when you go on this, do you want to do like the grade scales? If you give them a 6 out of 10, then generally it depends on how you look at it. Like that's it's better than average, or is that the school grade scale where that would be failing? So it's kind of funny to run through that in your head. But ultimately, I mean, I think you graded a W. that's the most important thing. It was windy. Wind had very much impacted this game. There was good things, there were bad things, and a lot of people, as usual, will focus on the bad things. But look, Williams Nwaneri's a freshman. He was running around out there. Vincent Shavers as well. I mean, so there was definitely some positives here. So again, I'm not necessarily doing the grading scale as far as pass fail in high school or anything. But if you kind of just go 1 through 10, I think you get maybe a 6, 6.5. It wasn't always the prettiest. There were times when you held your breath. It was it was downright scary at times. But at times, that's something that's been ailing this program, as we know, to finally bunker down, get a win, find a way, right? And they found a way. So I don't know. I mean, I think this was game. It might not be the most aesthetically pleasing. Right. There's certainly things to work on when you come out of it. But again, when you look back at UCLA, Penn State, some of the things that happen around this country on college football Saturday, anything can happen. And so again, I'm mostly happy to grade it a W.
Yeah, I think bottom thirds you get blown out, right? So 0 through 3, you got blown out. 4 through 7, it was a competitive game. It could go either way. 7 through 10, you were in control to dominant. Fair? Is that a decent range? Right? That 0 to 3, you could have it just was bad. You may have had a player make a play. You may have okay there. The middle, that 4 to 6 is you win ugly, lose pretty. Right? There were a lot of 4 to 6 games over the past 5 years. Right? A lot of those one-score games became 4s because you didn't get it done. That could have been a 6 if you had got it done. Right? 7, if you're in the space, you won the game. So you win the game, you're never below 7. Right?
Yeah.
Like you passed the test. to 70, you pass the test.
Yeah.
Under 70, you got some questions, right? But not failing keeps you above 60. Those are the rules. Like you can fail with a 58. 60, you passed. Probably shouldn't be proud of yourself, but okay. Okay. 70 to 70. You know what? Valiant. You were in your lane firmly. You had a clue. You knew most of the answers. Failed at some things. You need to clean up some areas. Maybe didn't show your work.
Show your work. That's always the worst. That's the worst.
Right? Red marker, red marker, red marker. Right? 3 red markers, 3 red marks. You can win, you can pass and get a C. Be average, right? Be average, because that's the lane. 8 through 10 means you were dominant and you had control, right? You knew the subject, you knew the topic, you prepared, right? You studied. You couldn't have gotten an 80 without studying. Right? Yeah. 90, you were showing off, right? Like hey man, look, we did a whole bunch of stuff. Like I think Nebraska volleyball got the first 10 of the year in the first set against Penn State.
Wow.
Right? Like that's a 10.
Yeah.
That's a 10. That's a 10 with bonus. Like we're going to give you the 4.1. The 4.1, the 4.0 people. Then there's the 4.05 and the 4.1 people. That's what the first set, 25-6, is as good as you can fully expect. Then, Rutgers, that's a 9, right? Rutgers volleyball, that's a 9.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So winning the game by 11. Mind you, we chuckled at that 11.5 point spread, laughing the whole while going, Vegas always knows.
Yes.
The Matrix always knows. Because 11.5, right? They're letting you, and they stretched it. It actually got to 13.5 at some point.
Yeah.
Right. So that Michigan State money came in good, especially late in the game. If you're just sitting there with a nice lead. You got a nice lead, Bach. Hey, just don't let them score a final drive. You talk about a bad loss when you're talking about betting, which is why I laugh when people tell me they're betting. I'm just like, bro, you are a whole different kind of human being than I am, because that stuff is crazy. All right, so we'll read some of your texts on this thing. Scotty Scar says, for years, the fan base has been asking why we can't grind out these gritty wins. When we do, everyone complains about how it looks. Wasn't pretty, but I'm thrilled they showed up when it mattered most and fought out the win. All valid. Cody from Broken Bow says, how is Cincinnati top 25 and Nebraska unranked? Because the people who do the ranking don't know what they're doing. That is another DPism. Throw out the rankings until week 8. Stop it. Just stop it. We did people got mad at me for saying, well, why don't you just loosen up and have some fun and do the preseason rankings and then because the the 2 teams that everybody thought were the best teams in college football who hadn't played together, mind you, it took them 5 weeks to get unranked from number 1 and number 2 to not even being ranked. You know why? Because people were full of crap. They didn't know what they were talking about.
We build giants in the offseason, every offseason.
They didn't know what they were talking about. And even with data that said head-to-head, Cincinnati and Nebraska, they were like, let's put Cincinnati here. Feels good, right? Feels good. Sure. Cincinnati's better than Nebraska. How about that? Because we don't understand the basic premise of ranking. It's to put the teams that we know are better above the teams that aren't.
Do we know that Nebraska is better than Cincinnati? Or
They beat them.
They
That's
beat
the
them.
head to
Yeah,
head.
right,
You have 5 data pools. 5. And in the first one, Nebraska in an away game, a game away from their stadium, beat Cincinnati. Period. Point blank exclamation. You put it in Sharpie.
Well, we
Nebraska-
saw that last year. Oregon did that to Ohio State. Then we saw the rematch.
Well, but the rematch, if we're talking about a rematch, let Cincinnati stable. Again, same record, right? Same record, and we fought and you won. I don't care who else you beat. If you and I fought and I beat you, I got the bragging rights, bro. Sorry, I don't care who else you beat. I kicked your tail, so nothing you can talk about. Like, we can talk about Michigan all we want, but Michigan can say, I don't care who else you beat Nebraska. We beat you. That's it. I'm fascinated by it all. The ranking system, we'll go through the full ranking because I got receipts to people who were putting up those preseason rankings. Bach. They were so wrong. And I'm here for it. Bill and Bennett says 6.5. So I think, he didn't flunk them, but he not average, not satisfactory, right? If there's that satisfactory, unsatisfactory fail, that middle third, somewhere along those lines. Rubber Duck says in the second quarter after that block kick, there was a 9-minute run that Michigan State went on. Impacted the crowd and tired out the defense. Yeah, all of that's true. People were sitting on their hands. Big Daddy Travis says Dillon sacked 5 times. O-line was a D. His uncle better figure it out before he transfers next year. They need to get some big-time recruits or spread some big money. Again, all valid opinion and thoughtful. Earthquake Goose says 8.5. We won by 11. Don't care how it looked. We shouldn't be nitpicking 11-point victories, but that's what fans do. Isaac, what do you guys mean by this? We can still win the Natty. And he puts LOL. Yeah, they actually can.
Yeah.
It's doable. There's a path. There it is, Bach. There's a path. Derek in the car says 4.75. Not satisfied. So they had too many dumb penalties at crucial moments. Otherwise, it would have been a blowout. You're not wrong. Nebraska says C+ at best. By the way, anybody else going to the Maryland game? I'm going to the Maryland game. See you there. And I do have to when we come back from Rick, I'll tell you the Matt Rule engagement about Maryland that we had yesterday. Yeah, 7. Neil says 7. Played well when it mattered, and when you had the win at your back, second and third quarters just had to muster through the mud to win in the fourth. Drew says first quarter was an 8, second and third was a 0, fourth was a 6. I'm not mad at that. I mean, the 0 part kind of tough. Garage just says defense at A, offense C+, special teams B+. The special teams had a punt. They had a block punt for a touchdown, a punt return for a touchdown that was called back, a 59-yard counted punt return, and a B+. Man, you're the tough professor, man.
They recovered the kickoff.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're
got a lot
you
going on
are
there.
a tough professor. You are a tough Neil. Neil's at the head of the class with the 3 rulers taped together, and he is popping knuckles, man. That is.
Boy, that win sure affected Archie Wilson, though. I can say that.
Didn't affect their guy much. He doesn't remember much. We'll throw it break. We come back. I'll tell the Matt Rule story, and I'll get to the rest of these texts. You guys have been active. Todd Husker, 0410, MT Russell, Westy, 0378, and Old Dad 34. We'll get to your text when we come back.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity?
Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Here at Aspen Builders, our company is building more homes today than I thought we would ever build.
Bob Benish is the founder and president of Aspen Builders, online at aspenbuildersinc.com.
You know, I am just shocked at how strong our market is here in Lincoln and at Aspen Builders. We're probably helping people right now more than ever get into a new home. We've been able to find pieces of ground we can develop affordably and keep our lot prices down a little bit. I think with our volume discounts and our office staff, 35 years of experience, we figure out a plan that's going to work great for you. We make it perfect. We make it fit your price range. All of this is part of the reason we're so busy.
Make your dream home a reality and call Aspen Builders at 423-6811. Online at aspenbuildersinc.com. Your home is waiting at Aspen Builders.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
It's hard to choose a favorite at Hog Wild, but I'd have to say it's their award-winning ribs. Hog Wild buys their meat from those who share their high-quality standards, then hand rubs each slab with their famous seasoning blend and slow smokes them over hickory each and every day for flavor and tenderness you're gonna keep coming back for. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at WindowWorldLincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
and electrical.
The temperature and leaves are falling daily, so that means it's time for a new pair of shoes for the fall season from Brown's Shoe Fit. Now through October 31st, take $15 off any regularly priced fall shoes and boots. Brands like Keen, Oboz, Echo, Taos, and Atrex all $15 off. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details. This is the sale you've all been waiting for, so get down to Brown's Shoe Fit on 66th and Q. It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Get geared up for savings like you've never seen before during Elway Days. Their biggest sale of the year runs October 14th through the 18th when every red tagged machine is priced at invoice plus $300. That's it. No freight, no setup, no extra fees. Don't miss out on these epic savings. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location.
You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
11:34, 52 degrees in Lincoln, Nebraska. Rain ending around 1:15 is the weather report on my phone. I just smile every time I 11:34. I'm just telling you, my old bosses, that was first thing on the list. Welcome back to The Ticket, 11:34 on Monday, October 6th. Because not everybody knows, and not everybody's listening the whole time. So you have to tell everybody everything all the time.
Do you think smartphones changed that at all? I mean, that was a radio thing, and I don't know if it's probably gone away a little bit just because anybody can check whatever. But they had watches.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't have watches.
Yeah,
and if they have watches, they have smart watches, which let them see their text from their phone that's in their pocket. It's just a whole. That's you're already getting those texts. You're already getting them, bro. You're already getting them. You have a device. You just added another device. And then you know what you did? You then got a Bluetooth and you added that to it. So then, hey, you have the Bluetooth that will read the text to you that you're looking at on your watch and on your phone.
I don't get it at all. I mean, I get it. You look pretty self-important when you're looking at your watch. I'm not a watch. I haven't done the smartwatch, but my wife has one. And, so I get it. People like to look like they're busy and doing stuff, but you have to like you said, it's in your pocket. Just take out your phone. You can type with a full keyboard. You don't have to like barely click a small watch face on anything. Maybe it is completely handy. Maybe I'm behind the times, but to me, that looks like a step backwards in technology.
This is what I know. I'm officially the old guy. Because I have zero desire to have it on 24-hour access. I'm here 18 hours a day. Why would I want give me 6 hours to shut down and say no? Give me 9 hours where I don't need to look at my phone, at my watch during a show. I don't even need to have my messages open during the show. Because that means I'm not engaged. Bach will tell y'all, one of my pet peeves with people who work here is that if I see them on their phone, you're just stealing money. You're just stealing money. You're just stealing money because there's nothing that's going on. Right? Oh, well, I'm getting an alert on Nebraska football. It's on your laptop. It's on your computer. You're getting it. You're getting it anyway. But that's just me, and I'm like, okay, I gotta let people be people. If you want to be that self-important, and point at the wristwatch, and it happens at dinner, it happens at meetings, where the person looks down, like they get their wrist is vibrating, for crying out loud, right? The wrist is vibrating, and then they take their eyes off of you. So this thing that was so important for us to talk about face to face in this day and age, we scheduled it. Matter of fact, we blocked time, Bach, just to have this conversation. And it's so not important that when your wrist, that random Tiffany from across the street texted you, bruh.
Hey, now that could be an important message.
It says several things,
Right.
But it says several
Depends on
things.
where your priorities
It
are.
tells me what your priorities are, sir. It tells me what your priorities are. And notice I said sir, not ma'am, because quite frankly, the same thing happens on the other side. So stop it. Stop it, all of you. Chase B says, my wife got an Apple Watch, but I don't wear it because I'm afraid to break it in while working. Yeah, I just don't. I don't want to do that. Eric, yeah, please, sir. Can we get an update on the date and time? October 6th, 11:38 here in Lincoln, Nebraska. 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to One on One. Derek Pearson, Jake Bakoven, in case you just joined us. And we were reading the text from our fan base and our listeners, our radio family. Todd Husker, the biker, says this: the special teams only an 8 due to the block in the back that negated the touchdown and an 18-yard punt, albeit into the wind. But a rugby-style punt should definitely be lower in hang time and roll, so just a bad punt. But overall, happy with the special teams. That makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Cigar Guy says, I've got an Apple Watch, but I never wear the thing. I don't like always knowing things. Also, we don't allow phones at the dinner table. You don't always need to be accessible. Cigar Guy, you're a hero. You're a hero. That is heroic. What do you, if that's your dinner, if that's your family time, and each household's different about about how you present meals. But old heads, dinner time meals were family time. Check up on the day, get connected, remind each other about what's going on in the world. And I'm 63 years old, and I get reminders every now and then that I can't even imagine sitting at my grandmother's dinner table with all the work she's put into making those meals and pulling out a cell phone. My pop would have thrown a fork at me if I wasn't engaged in the conversation. So, but that's, culturally, I mean, this country's changing. I mean, the meals, everybody's working multiple jobs, everybody's scattered all over the place and different focuses. And everybody wants to be informed about everything all the time. I need the last bit of available news. You're scrolling, you're refreshing, hoping to get some new information or a new distraction, instead of focusing on the thing that's right in front of you that you haven't really consumed in full in the first place. Eat the meal. Spend time with your family. Right? TV away. I mean, there culturally, there were family debates over whether the TV could be on during the meal, because it's one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite, best of times. Football movie, Robin Williams, Kurt Russell, right? Robin Williams they were high school buddies that played high school football, and then the big rivalry. Kurt Russell throws a touchdown, throws a potential game-winning touchdown to Robin Williams. He drops it. Their paths change from that moment. Right? It changed. It's never what it was. And they never let it go. They never let it go. So 20 years later, they're like, what if we replayed the game? And that meant they had to try and go get everybody back together. Of course, it's 20 years later, so not everybody's in shape, not everybody's available, right? All those things. Great movie, but there's a scene for Thanksgiving, right? And both Robin and Kurt Russell's characters are trying to get back together with their wives, because sports and football always was the distraction. But the big game is on during their reconnect dinner, and they've got the TV on, but they've got it hidden to only where they can see it. Right? They're the only ones that can see it, but neither one of them are wise enough to not react to what's going on in the game. But it was a thing. It was a thing. And then Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving Day games, then it became a part of it. And then if that happens, then you open the door to, well, Christmas, because, you got to be able to watch games. And I don't know what the Husker rules for engagement are, but if the Husker game is on during dinner time, what do you know are the rules for engagement? So Husker football, big game, dinner time. Do you eat dinner around the game? Is that?
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, with the game, you usually have, you plan for food to be as part of it. So
yeah,
that's what we always did anyway. So I mean, it would be against the rules to have a scheduled dinner time outside of it.
Yeah, Texas is playing dinner better.
Yeah, right. Skip dinner tonight, whatever it might be.
Oh man, Cigar Guy says I work nights, so when we get a meal together as a family, it's a big deal. TV off, no phones. Nobody leaves until everybody leaves, and then the food, and everybody contributes. Everybody cleans the table. Everybody, I mean, Becky and I had a thing. This is what we knew, and I was so appreciative. She loves cooking, and she liked making meals. But my thing was, if she's going to do all that work, I'm going to clean. Like, don't you dare get up from the table, go in the living room, go chill. I'm going to clean up this kitchen. I'm going to do everything right. And I think it's there, right? I think it's depending on how it is. So, Scotty Scare says all phones away at 7. I have dinner on the table at 7:30. Board games after dinner, and then everyone in the fam reads until bed. The fact that the folks are still reading, and bravo to that, because that's to my heart. I was having a conversation with Kat from LinkedIn Literacy yesterday, talked about reading in the home, how important it is for 0 to 5-year-olds, just from vocabulary acceptance and curiosity, and how important it is to have reading in the home. But that a lot of the parameters are set for how you're able to process reading before age 5. So if you're not reading in the home, you're putting your child at a deficit. It's a deficit that you never catch up from. Bill and Ben says I was on a week-long fishing trip all last week and didn't even take my phone with me. See that's just it, right? That I do not take my phone to bed. If it's on fire or broken overnight, what would you do? What would you do? Do that. What would you do? What would you do if I wasn't available? Okay, do that. We'll deal with the ramifications afterwards. Bunny G in Kansas was going back, says 54 total yards at half. Probably deserves some boos. Yeah, it was tough. The W received the cheers. We were on the winning side of half the teams that played across this great country. 100%. You're on the winning side. 0378 says, we got lucky. Got the game at 11 points. I want money. Yeah, I get that, right? Like, I understand it. Bach and I are still trying to figure out the whole betting thing, the whole prognostication thing. And remember, we didn't always have it. Jimmy the Greek was a unicorn. He was a unicorn. But his prognostication was different because he gave data. There are people who just say, I think we're going to win, and not really have any. He would tell you where it came from. MT Westy says, can we talk about how maybe it's not completely on our O-line for every sack? Dylan missed some open receivers. That is church, tabernacle, choir, gospel. That, listen, everybody's accountable. And look, Dylan has said previously that, listen, some of these sacks, don't blame the line, put the blame on him. And rightfully so, from a leadership standpoint, accountability standpoint, and then just being honest that certain situations down in distance, and Bach, we could do an entire series of shows on the hierarchy of play calling and play adjustments, that down in distance, personnel on the field, tendencies, pre-snap reads, audible capability, and then making the play, how you break that all down. Because with third and 4, you can have the belief that this route combination is going to work and that you have a key, and you may feed it in and go, hey, Bach, we're going to run this mesh route. But the second receiver will probably come open quicker. Just But what if the defense knows that too, and they jump that? But you only need 4 yards. So what if your X receiver on the left numbers actually slants and is wide open right away at 5 yards? But because you prefaced this by the second mesh route, middle of the field, your eyes go to where you were sent, and then, they blitz, and now I'm stuck with a ball in my hand with a route that's been jumped, and I didn't even see the slant route being wide open. And you hope, it's Aaron Rodgers and the veteran quarterbacks who would have said, oh, no, this safety over the top is probably going to jump one of the two. I'm going to throw to whatever he didn't jump, which was the slant. Those things happen. They happened several times. They've happened in previous games. But this is what happens with a second-year quarterback. They get fooled. They get fooled. It happened with Aiden Childs. He probably had 4 different situations where he had an open receiver running opposite of his eyes. And he took a sack because somebody told him, key this, instead of making the football play. We'll throw the break, come back, close out, set you up for Adam Carricker on Monday.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Did you know that deer collisions are covered under the comprehensive portion of your car insurance? That means, like with hail damage or vandalism, since they are out of your control, they don't usually raise your insurance rates. And that's a good thing, since most deer don't carry liability insurance. At Eustace Body Shop, we fixed all kinds of animal collision damage, from cows to raccoons, bobcats, and even turkeys. We can't do much for the animal, but we can get your car back on all fours and looking like new again.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Advanced Medical Imaging is hosting their 3rd annual Breast Cancer Awareness Walk on October 11th at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. Hear inspiring stories from survivors, enjoy local food truck vendors, a live DJ, and other family-friendly activities as we unite to bring awareness about breast cancer. Check-in begins at 8:30 a.m. with the walk starting at 9. Register your team today for Advanced Medical Imaging's 3rd annual Breast Cancer Awareness Walk online at amimaging.com. Let's walk for those we've lost, for those still fighting, and for a future without breast cancer.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit OStreetCarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com.
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Attention all Wings fans, Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 40% off boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.39 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today, 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O. When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Electrical Enterprises in Roca reminds you the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serve our country. Their commitment and courage keeps our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty and salute those who have served today. This from Electrical Enterprises in Roca. For all of your residential and commercial electrical construction needs, call 402-438-5822. We live in the land of the free, thanks to the brave.
You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
11:54. We'll go to about 57 or 58. Get y'all set for Adam Carricker, who's streaming in. Two brief notes, things to discuss. Big Ten Media Days for basketball, Wednesday and Thursday. Women on Wednesday, men on Thursday, which is fascinating because you're going to send 18 programs, 18 head coaches, and 54 total members for people to cover in one day. 2 players, 1 coach, all 18 programs, back-to-back days. We're sending Nick Sander and Austin Norman. I find great humor in the fact that they think they're going to be able to get something from everybody. It's content clipping time. Like, I let the folks who are going to be back here know. Let Ellie know and Rudy and Tristan. Hey man, you're going to be cutting clips. You're going to be cutting sound bites because it's the only chance you're going to get them together. And it's going to be interesting. If you didn't know, Nebraska women's basketball, of course, Amy Williams lead the charge. She's taking Brett Prince with her, which for a sophomore isn't always done. And then Colin Hake, the senior guard, will go with her. So that'll be the representation for the women. For the men, Sam Hoiberg, it was going to be Connor Sejan. But the recent post says Rink Mast. So we'll check and double check and see what that is. But, you know, you know how I have to run away from commenting on Big Ten media choices. I just, man, I love those 2 young men. Look, hey.
There aren't too many returning every year for any team.
Bach, that's the part. That's the part. If we say the three most popular and known players for Nebraska basketball, it's Sam, Rink, and Connor. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. If we said the best players in the Big Ten Conference are going, are we? Are we? Is that what we're doing? One more thing before we get out of here. I'm just going to rattle this off. Bach, preseason football poll, college football, all the wrongs. Number 1, Texas, not ranked. Number 2, Penn State, not ranked. Number 3, Ohio State, now number 1. Number 4, Clemson, not ranked. Number 5, Georgia, they're at 10. Number 6, Notre Dame, 16. Oregon, they're at 3. Alabama is the only one they got right. Preseason number 8, current number 8. Number 9, LSU, they're 11th. Miami, they ranked them 10th in the preseason. They're number 2. Arizona was ranked number 11. They're 21. Illinois ranked at 12. They're 17. South Carolina ranked 13th. They are not ranked anymore. Number 15, Florida, not ranked anymore. Hey, people, it's a scam. It's an absolute sham that we're doing preseason rankings. But I'll let y'all go ahead and have your fun. I'll see you guys 10 o'clock tonight. We're going late again till midnight on the Late Night Adam Carricker. Up next here on 92.7 The Ticket.
There are great Mexican restaurants all over town, but there is one that is especially worth the drive from any part of town. Tacos Los Hermanos at 70th and Havelock. Cool off this summer with a delicious horchata or other special drinks, and grab one of their famous taco boxes for a group of friends or coworkers to enjoy, full of birria, tacos, and